Welcome back, everybody. We are going to just jump right on into it. We're not going to waste any time. Rapid fire eBay sales are here, and we're just going to go right on into it. These are the sales for the last 11 days. Those that I thought were kind of interesting, or those that were for the most money, of course. And I'm going to show you what I spent on these particular items and what they all sold for. And of course, as always, if you like my hat, it is going to be in my eBay store. Okay, let's just jump right on into it. Picked up these two DeGarzia prints, Girl on a Horse, picked it up for $4. It sold for $34. Picked the second one up called Many Many Flowers, picked it up for $4. It sold for $37. I happened to see these Disney Lion Guard plushes. I wasn't really sure, I hadn't heard of them, but as y'all know, I say all the time, plushes, plushes, plushes. Picked them up for $5 and they sold almost immediately for $29.95. And I will add that the cheetah had the tail cut off of it. So I wasn't expecting even to get the $29. I listed them kind of high, expecting that I would be sending offers on it. Didn't have to. They sold, like I said, almost immediately for a full asking price of $29.95. Then we have this Techniques. Any of you guys that follow me know that I do a lot of sales in electronics. This particular Techniques picked it up for $7. It sold for $200. This Village, it was like a Village People Christmas ornament set. It sold, or actually I picked it up for $5. It sold for $39.95. Then we have this vintage Lewis Galub Poodle. These poodles, I'm guessing, were really popular way back when, because it is vintage, and it was like made of like this plastic material. Picked it up for $3. It sold for $38. Then we have these Lems shoes, L-E-M-S. I had never seen these or even heard of them. Picked them up for $8 as they sold for $68. Seems almost like the uglier the shoes, the more money they go for, right? Kind of seems that way to me. Okay, so then we have the Life Game. This particular Life Game picked it up for $3 and it sold for $24. I will say this about games. Games have a long tail on them. So you'll pick them up, put them in your store and forget about them, and then one will sell. Then we have this 160 plus lot of Shopkins. Paid $10 for it at a yard sale, and it sold for $69.95. Then we have this Hallmark train from 1989. Picked it up at Goodwill for $3. It sold for $33. Then we have this lot of 2 Nick Fury comic books. Picked these up for free. And they sold for $60. Then we have this Hallmark 1948. It's Nation's Dolls collection series. It was just the book, and it only had like 6 of the actual postcard dolls inside, but picked it up for 75 cents and it sold for $25. Now, records and vinyls. This is a Michael Jackson record. Picked it up for $3. Now, if you go onto eBay right now, you'll see hundreds of this Michael Jackson, I believe it was Bad, record. There's tons of them ranging from all prices. Here is where you as a seller comes in. The better your pictures are, the more money you're going to get for your item. Okay, so pick this one up for $3 and it sold for $39.95. And there are hundreds on eBay right now for $9 and less, and I got $39 for mine. So pictures, your pictures matter. All right, so my Breyer horses. Y'all remember me talking about Breyer horses? I pick those up all the time. The Smarty Jones number 586, of course, picked it up for $4. The other video will, of course, be in the description. And it sold for $39, and that was an offer that we sent, buyer accepted. Now, we have Garfield, another plush. Picked this plush up for $1, and it sold for $46. I love Garfield. I sell a lot of Garfield. Then we have this Keds Cosmic like little tennis shoes. I wasn't really sure how well these would do. I'm pleasantly surprised. $5 in, they sold for $44.95. Now, Melissa and Doug. Melissa and Doug toys and educational toys, they're just a constant seller. If you see them, pick them up, because they really, really do sell well, as long as you can get them for a buck or two. Picked this Melissa and Doug up for $3. It was a monster set where you could Velcro the eyes and everything, arms and limbs and everything onto these monsters. It sold for $29.95. Now, while I was in Texas, I picked up these My Bible Friends books. It was 2 through 10. It was missing number one book. Picked it up for $2 and it sold for $100. That was an offer that we sent, buyer accepted. Now, this New Haven frog clock. Picked it up for $3. It sold for $79.95. Then we have this holiday projector. My husband picked it up for $8. It sold for $30. That was an offer that we sent that the buyer accepted. We do a lot of offers. When you do, or when eBay gives you the opportunity to send offers, do it. And always, always, always utilize it. The more you utilize it, the more they'll send you. If you don't, they're gonna quit sending them to you. And if you don't respond to offers, even if they're crazy low balls, it still is kind of a ding against you. So always respond kindly, and hopefully by doing that and making it consistent, you'll be able to kind of boost that as part of your sales repertoire. Okay, now we have this Husky plush. Plushes, y'all, plushes. Pick this plush up for $1. It sold for $29.95. Okay, my second stove magnet. These are little bitty magnets. This is the second stove one that I have sold. Picked it up for 25 cents. It sold for $14.95. Not bad, not bad. Then we have this Epson ink. It was an Epson ink cartridge, paid $5 for it. It sold for $40. Then we have this Starbucks Ramstein cup, 69 cents in. Got it at my local Goodwill, and it sold for $20. Then we have this used Superman coloring book. Got it from that same free lot of comic books that I have picked up. So I'm in it for $0, and it sold for $21.95. That is used. There were several pages that were colored on, several pages that had been cut out, and it still sold for $21.95. So just because something is used, or you think, oh, it's not worth anything, it's worth something to somebody. So it's worth it to put it out there. All right, then we have these Liberty Loan pins. They're little tiny pins that you put on your shirt. Picked these up for about $1, and they sold for $29.95. Again, little pins. People collect the weirdest things. So just because it might not be something you're into, somebody else is gonna be into it. Then we have this front gate wreath. This is a Christmas wreath, and it was brand new in package, had never been used. It was still attached to the box. Everything was still wrapped in bubble wrap inside. So we're $9 in, and it sold for $250. That was an offer that we sent that the buyer accepted. Now, Tonto from the Lone Ranger. All right, so this is from 1973. I'm in it for $1. Picked it up in an estate sale, and it sold for $39.95. Then we have the Arc lamp by Crinkle Claws, I think was the name brand of it, and you plugged it in and it lit up, and it was just gorgeous. I'm in it for $3, and it sold for $39.95. Now, hats. This Cooper Feed hat, I'm in it for $1. It sold for $39.95. Last but not least, we are at this 90s. Now, do you guys remember those Cosby sweaters that everybody was like so talking about? They were called, I believe, Coogee. Anyway, this one is a cotton trader, so it's kind of like a similar style sweater. I'm in it for $6, and it sold for $65.95. All right, guys, so that is the ones that I am highlighting for this video. And I am in all of these for $109.69. They all sold for $1,658.65. So you can turn your little hobby into some little extra money, cash on the side. If I can do it, you can do it. It's gonna be it for my video for today. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.